Welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs. My name is Alex Cooper. We're broadcasting today from the offices of PR First with Jim Farrell, who's hosting us today. Morning, Jim.
Good morning, Alex, and good morning to our guests. It's great to have you all here.
Our guest this time around is Sean Hurley and Austin Rowan of Accelerato Group. So tell us about Accelerato Group.
Well, Accelerato Group was formed in October of 2017, and prior to that, it was Hurley Associates, which I ran myself for about 9 years. And it took me that long to realize that to really grow the business, we needed to extend our areas of expertise. So I had met Austin and brought him on board. I'll let Austin talk about himself. And now we have 3 partners and one employee that manages all of us.
That's a lucky employee.
Right.
That's right. Yeah. Sean and I met last year, and I come from a background in management consulting, having spent a number of years at Deloitte Consulting and PricewaterhouseCoopers in technology strategy. And Sean decided that it was time to expand, his the range of services that he offered his clients to encompass a broader array of business and technology services. So we decided to join forces and due to our complementary skill sets.
So tell us about those services. What's the scope of what you offer to clients?
Well, Hurley Associates started just by offering strategy to startups and a management augmentation and marketing and business development. And with Austin, we offer IT consulting for small business. In addition to strategy and what I do, we also have another partner, Stephanie, who offers digital marketing, social media management as an art and a science. And so we offer those services as combined or a la carte for a variety of clients that we have.
Do you find a demand for any one of the services above the others at this point you said you started this in
October
17.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank
also.
you.
Thank you.
One area of need has been social media, because a lot of businesses believe it's easy, it's just a matter of taking a photographing and posting it. And Stephanie's background and experience in education, she wrote her master's thesis about social media. And she brings to the table a very high level of expertise and doing a lot of research and making, fulfilling the role of social media in driving traffic, increasing leads, and more business for our clients.
Right. So I think a big part of our challenge now is really educating our clients and our potential clients on what best practice in social media management is and how we can help them engage and grow their audiences through active use of social media.
Right.
What strikes me as interesting about what you're doing is that I think for social media to be effective, it needs to connect back to the rest of the organization. So it seems like having the IT component and the strategy component together seems like that's a unique fit, because oftentimes people look at these things as point solutions and say, we got to do Facebook. So
Exactly.
That's right. So it is sort of part of our value proposition to our clients to be able to provide an integrated solution in that way. That's not a point solution that sort of fits all those pieces together.
And with Austin, IT is such a Fortune 500 term, and we translate it to small business and optimizing tools for businesses and optimizing their websites by combining social media and tying in their website with their point of sale, whether it be in retail or what have you, and driving more revenue for them, just by using the right tools.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of industries have you attracted so far as clients, and what are the areas you're really looking to go to?
Well, we find our suite of services is not targeted to one specific or a handful of industries. But the industries we have worked with include hospitality, retail, e-learning, restaurants. What other?
That's where the majority of our
Yeah.
I would say hospitality, retail, and e-learning have been areas of focus for us to date.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say I run a radio show, and
Let's just say
let's just say that I do.
Right.
Let's pretend, and I'm trying to build audiences for the show. Which one of you would I talk to first?
Well, I think you talk to both of us first, and we would determine where we do a gap analysis and understand, what areas of expertise your company would need. But, from 30,000 feet, social media is one area to drive traffic, and optimizing your website through IT.
Right.
You can add to that.
Working with you to identify your sort of your ideal audience, your current and ideal audiences, and developing strategies for reaching those audiences. Probably in the case of a radio show, largely through social media. Yeah, and our colleague Stephanie would probably take the lead on that.
So for a startup business who comes to you, gentlemen, and says, "Okay, I know I need to be on social media. What are the platforms?" And I know it varies by industry, of course, but what are the must-have platforms, would you say, for a startup? What should they definitely be on when it comes to social media? I mean, LinkedIn, of course, but what else?
I think it very, like as you mentioned, I think it very much depends on the business and the types of audiences that they're trying to reach, right? It is in some businesses, it is absolutely essential to be on Facebook and Instagram, even Snapchat. For other more sort of relationship-oriented businesses, those platforms tend to be a little less important, right? I think it depends on the extent to which inbound marketing is a relevant part of the business in question. Everyone is on LinkedIn, as you mentioned, but more sort of media intensive businesses would probably be on more visual platforms like Instagram, whereas others just building brand awareness via Facebook and other social media platforms is the focus.
I think in order to recommend the best platforms, we do an overall assessment of them and their business and what their desires are for their business. But as a base answer, probably Facebook is probably the principal social media platform.
Everyone's there.
Right.
So how small is small to working with your company and your organization? Is there some,
That's a great question, because we're willing to work with people who have an idea. So they don't necessarily have to be revenue generating entities when we start working with them. And we help formulate and articulate their point of differentiation and get them started. At the same time, we work with a $10 million company as well whose sales are stagnant, and they need a independent third party to come in and look at and advise. So that's what we do. We bring a fresh perspective.
Anywhere from single proprietorships to mid-sized busises that may have dozens of employees and have been in place for decades, where we've sort of operated somewhere in that space. But a lot of the businesses that we are working with are are in those early stages.
So someone listening to this and says they sound like a company I really want to talk to, what's the best way for somebody who hears this to get in touch with you?
Well, probably our website, to go to Accelerato Group. That's ACCELERATO Group.com as a starter, or you could call us at 617-784-1435.
Thank you, Sean and Austin, for joining us today on Radio Entrepreneurs. We'll be right back after these messages.